The Trailblazers play before the... Hometown crowd here in downtown Portland, Oregon. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. The Nets log another stop on their travel schedule in today's matchup. Now here's Harden. Pass to Randall. Lets it go from deep. Nailed from three-point land. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now here's Harden. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Pass to Jokic. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Wembanyama with the bucket.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And here's Edwards. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. The amazing Nikola Jokic, Stan. How fun is this guy for us to watch every time we do a game?
Yeah, he's such an interesting guy, Kevin. He's got so many skills, and he's led the league in touches, but he's near the bottom in how long the ball sticks in his hand. Constantly making quick decisions and passes. This guy is really like watching the best we've ever seen.
I would agree. And what a quality to know where to go with the ball when the pressure arrives. Mourning. Just 4 to shoot. And the Nets miss again. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. Out to Hardaway. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Misses the three.
don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
To the middle. Kicks it out to Harden. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Avdia. Outside Hardaway. Wembanyama outside. And the wide open shot from Avdia. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Earlier, I spoke with Chauncey Billups, and we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So they'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Oh, here's Edwards following the miss by Jokic.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Now, here's Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Well, it's not what he's known for, but Jokic can throw it down when the chance presents itself.
Mourning with the screen. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
And Jokic gets it to go.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The Nets working the ball around now. Outside Edwards. Clock at 6. Over Roy. And it's Portland with the rebound.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Outside Avdia. From outside, off the mark. Nets trailed by 6. Here's Edwards. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
I don't know how Edwards does it. It's a blend of skill, finesse, and a little bit of luck that went down.
Here's Jokic. He has 6. Right side Hardaway. Good if it goes. Wow! Huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Trailblazers. Beat. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Portland.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint. They'll be with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here's Jokic. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Here's Wembanyama for 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Nets trail by 6. Baseline try. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Trailblazers.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Man with it. Miller right side. Here's Sabonis. Again the miss by the Trailblazers. Nets trailed by 4. Here's Edwards. And it's a great finish!
Oh my. Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Back to Wembanyama. Miller outside. On the wing, man. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, you're just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. Wasted no time on that one. Reza Shays got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And the Nets making a change here. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Didn't think that was going to go in. And it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
How about the range? Wembanyama has that rare ability at the center spot.
Here's Harden driving to the basket. It will not find the hoop. It's his third miss. He has made 2. Miller outside. Inside. And Hillary throws it down hard.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Outside Edwards. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Edwards got 10 points in the game.
And doing a much better job from three-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
Pass to man. Wembanyama, a screen. It's hauled in by Brown. Nets trailed by 5. Here's Edwards. Driving in. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, everything about Edwards' drive makes it dangerous. His speed, his agility, and his lack of fear.
A shot by Wembanyama, no good.
Hey, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. .29 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Reza Shea. To the paint. Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And loving the aggression from Sabonis. Going right up for the dunk there. Nice.
Outside Edwards. Over Miller. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They host the Clippers after this game. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Trailblazers lead by 3. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Trailblazers leading by 3. Now, man, still scoreless. A shot by Sabonis, nobody around. Connects from three-point range.
A stretch big. Sabonis can hit that triple, and it really spaces their offense.
Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Portland leading by 6. Now here is Hardaway. Still without a basket. Roy with the bucket.
They trust Roy at the arc because he's pretty selective. He takes the shots he believes he can make.
And it's Tim Hardaway with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Trailblazers, they lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Pass to Randall. Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Over Roy. And the dunk by Mourning.
And Mourning just a beast on the glass, using that muscular frame to get into prime position there on the board.
Riza with it. Jokic inside. Second chance shot. There's Jokic being aggressive inside.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Pass to Randall. Edwards with it. He's covered by Roy. Shoots it up. Back to Edwards. Over Roy. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Here's Jokic. Mourning with some nice D.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
And just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Back to Jokic. Over in the corner, Avdia. Jokic inside. 11 points in the game. That one doesn't go, but he's still shooting 50%, 5 of 10. Edwards drives in.
Well, just look at that power. Edwards is unbelievable.
Trailblazers leading his switch here. For Brooklyn, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Right side, Roy trying to find Jokic, gets it to him, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And so Edwards will bring it up for Brooklyn. A 2-point game. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That'll be game 4 of this 6-game road trip. Here's Harden, and it's all evened up. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Outside, Avdia. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Wembanyama left side from deep. Oh, Wembanyama spacing the floor.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Here's Brown. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. They play the clock right. They can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Miller outside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Neesmith with the ball. He's picked up by Roy. Bowen, good.
And this is Bowen's specialty on offense, a legit threat from beyond the arc.
Outside Roy. Vanderbilt with the screen. Outside Roy. Just 5 to shoot. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Wembanyama's got 10 points in the game. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The Nets trail by 3. And here's Harden. Outside Edwards. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the 2nd half. That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Props in the layup for 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Roy. It's deflected. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. And the basket by Edwards. Edwards got 19 points.
Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
Out left of the wing. Roy from outside. And it's Mourning with the rebound.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Edwards, no good.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense on him.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. Edwards looking it over. Down low. And stolen by Wembanyama. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Roy from outside. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. The Trailblazers making a switch here. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. During that last break, I heard Jordi Fernandez as he talked with his team. Now, he's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told his guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense, and on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys?
Thank you, David. On the wing, Brandon Roy. Miller outside. It's Roy on the wing. And again, it's Portland with the three.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And, you know, if you score on Harden, this guy's going to take it personal. Answers right back.
In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Back to Jokic. Floats one. Good! Jokic can indeed take a little contact.
Maybe unnecessary to go for the finger roll instead of just laying it in. But it is impressive.
Here's Harden. Pass to Edwards. Over Miller. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And here's Portland. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Jokic. The rebound by Harden. That's trailed by 10. Here's Edwards. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Vanderbilt. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Trailblazers.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And the other thing that stands out is just how well they have moved the ball. Everyone's touching it and having a chance to create.
Vanderbilt's shot is good. And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Nets trailed by 11. Pass to Randall. Harden outside. Picked by Randall. There's 57 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Portland.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, he was all about the rim protection in this one. His defensive presence was felt from the get-go.
so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that about wraps it up. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Ulrich, this is Kevin Harlan. With that road trip behind them, the Lakers ready to perform in front of their Los Angeles fans.
And we know these two teams have some history between them. Should make for a fun contest.
Yeah, it's a game both teams get up for, regardless of recent records.
Oh, the leaping ability of Mitchell, allowing him to go way upstairs.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Here is Billups following the basket by Jokic. Mitchell looking it over. Clock at 6. Pass to Duncan. Portland grabs the miss. About a minute played so far here in the first. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. I asked him what's the hardest thing about facing Nikola Jokic. He said the way he controls the game at the offensive end. He keeps everyone involved. He's a great scorer, and you have to keep him off the offensive glass. It's a tall order. All of it. Guys?
Thank you, David.
That's his first personal foul.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Here's Wembanyama. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Poked away. Stolen by Weber. To the middle. And taken away by Roy. Pass to Avdia. Back to Roy. Jokic inside. And another turnover here by Portland. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Back to Billups. Outside to Weber. Launches it. And yes, a nice assist from Billups.
And while the arc isn't a focus of Weber's game, he is more than able to knock those down when given a chance.
And Jokic slams it in.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Brooks. Avdia with the rebound. Portland trailing here. Now Hardaway. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Outside to Weber. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Duncan. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from, and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
Inside. And Duncan throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And so it's the Lakers with it. The Blazers getting the bucket. Chalk up 2 there. Duncan's got his third basket of the night. Trail Blazers trailed by 5. Jokic, no good.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Here's Weber. And Weber throws it down.
And Weber, just tremendous size in the paint. Easily rising up to take that one home.
Another miss by Jokic.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Mitchell. Brooks with no one around. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Outside Hardaway. Avdia on the wing. To the paint. Here's Jokic. No good again that time.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So both teams making some changes here. We've got 28 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Outside, Sabonis. Here's Mann. Three-pointer. And Sabonis with a three.
A stretched big. Sabonis can hit that triple, and it really spaces their offense.
And here is Billups. Mitchell outside. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century that season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said it's awesome to be mentioned in the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, just out there trying to win. Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. Outside for Wembanyama. Misses from the corner. Lakers leading by 9. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Drummond with it. Nothing on the board. And the Lakers turn it over again. Trailblazers trailed by 9. Here's Wembanyama. Portland no good that time either. Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Pass to McHale. Plays it up and banks it in. McHale's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Both teams will make substitutions. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Jokic. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender. But the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way. Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Jokic grabs the miss.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
And the technical free throw is good. Here's Jokic. The power of Jokic. Wow.
Well, it's not what he's known for, but Jokic can throw it down when the chance presents itself.
Pass to Goodrich. And here is McHale. Jokic defended. Quickly with it. 5 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And it's Goodrich missing.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside Hardaway. Jokic inside. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Fires for 3. Another miss by Jokic.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
And it's Kevin McHale with the finish.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Pass to Hardaway. Outside Roy. Fires from deep. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Roy's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now Goodrich jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Jokic.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. That 3 off the mark.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Goodrich, that's good. Here's Vanderbilt. That one doesn't go. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Pass to Roy. Outside Hardaway. 6 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Now Duncan, guarded by Hardaway. And that one's good. Duncan.
A truly selfless player. Webber loves to score, but he also wants to see the rest of his team get involved.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Trailblazers trailed by 14. Stand in a league of stretch bigs. Jonas Valanciunas is a true center.
He is, Kevin, and look, he'll occasionally take a 3, but Jonas lives in the paint. He throws around that 265-pound frame. It's hard to defend him because we just don't see a lot of post players anymore.
Cummings in the post. Here's Wembanyama. Tries again. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in the single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And, David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. The Lakers moving the ball around. Duncan inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Buck. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Trailblazers ball.
Trailblazers trailed by 20. Now, man, still without a basket. For 3, Roy. They get it back. They need this. And he hits the jump shot.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The shot by Butler. Nobody around. No good from outside. Cummings up on top. With the drive. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's man. Outside Roy. Outside Avdia. Portland no good that time either. Lakers leading by 16. Finished off the break. Weber's got 9 points.
Such a mobile big man. Love seeing Weber there in attack mode in transition.
Kept alive. Stolen by Weber. Fast break. Here they come. On the wing, Duncan. 8 points for him. 3-pointer. Portland grabs the miss. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Avdia nails the baby hook.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Weber inside. Here's Goodrich. Trains it from beyond the arc. Goodrich has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Wembanyama outside. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Fires the 3. And it's Goodrich missing. Trailblazers trailed by 16. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the dunk by Duncan.
Yeah, and at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
A shot by Wembanyama, no good. Here's Los Angeles now. Brooks from outside. Avdia with the rebound. Pass to man. Back to Roy. Got a piece of it. Shoots the 3. Gets it off. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been...
The Trailblazers, 27.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. And it's Jokic in the corner. Back to Roy. Teardrop shot. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
Graceful shot by Roy, making it hard for the defense with the floater.
Now, here's quickly. Mitchell outside. And there's the call on Roy. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. And here is quickly. Shot clock at 6. Back to Mitchell. The 3.
And they're not having as much success from long range as they did in the first half.
Here's McHale. From down in the low post, it goes. McHale's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
That's a 2 from Butler. Wembanyama with the rebound. Pass to Roy. Jokic with it. Jokic just takes what he wants inside. Amazing.
Yeah, I feel like Jokic doesn't even need to see the basket when he gets that close.
Here's quickly. Kicks it out to McHale. Latrey. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Off target from three-point range.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
And the Lakers with another miss. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 15-point game.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Again, it's Donovan Mitchell with a huge night. One of the premier players in our league.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. A 3 from Wembanyama.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Oh, this is a crafty move by Billups, making sure he's in the act while being fouled.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Top of the key. That's good on the jump shot.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Pass to Jokic to end the run. Duncan grabs the rebound. Lakers leading by 22.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Los Angeles.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And Hardaway always looking to incorporate his teammates. You can see him keeping his eyes moving in order to make sure he's ready to deliver to the open man.
how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And Jokic gets it to go. Outside, Billups. On the wing, Duncan. Over Jokic. Jokic grabs the miss. Left side, Miller. On the wing, Hardaway. Good. And Miller gets the assist. So it's the Lakers now. 35 seconds left in the fourth. Shoots a fader. Duncan with another miss. Pass to Jokic. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dillon Brooks. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
He's off on the first.
At the line for Los Angeles.
And the second free throw, good. And here are the Blazers. Down by 15. From deep, Jokic. Here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play